What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to part 2 of the bike painting series. So I'm heading down to Surrey to Gun Control to see the next phase of the painting process. So obviously in the last video you met the guys, you met Sam, you met Andy, and kind of they talked through the process of painting, and you guys would have seen probably a little bit of the design on my Instagram stories, but we'll be going through that later in this video. So we're going to head down there, have a chat with Sam again. So I think that the bikes have now been stripped, so I think we're going to start actually maybe even laying some paint on there. So but I'll leave it to them to explain. Very, very excited, can't wait. Yeah, so this is part 2 of the bike painting process. Welcome to Gun Control HQ. Perfect timing. Sam is actually in. If you have a little look, come through here. He's actually in the oven, and that is my frame there, having a little coat of paint done. So we let him carry on with that, and then we're going to have a chat after and see where we're at. Very exciting though. Very exciting. As you can see, guys, there's a lot that goes into the process of painting a bike. And that's one of the reasons that I kind of wanted to do these videos, just to show you kind of how bespoke the kind of service is and how specialist the service is. Obviously these guys have been doing it for years, and it's, for me, I find it fascinating to watch and kind of find out. And you can see already it's gone through kind of 3 different processes, and then it was a prep stage as well. So yeah, a lot goes into it.
So once we've got all our layers of paint on there, so what you would do is you'd work in what colours will work over the top of the other colours.
Sure.
So if we weren't to put your silver on first, if we were to have painted your grey first,
yeah,
we would have to have taken that out the opposite way. So you'd have a big mask that you'd be painting through, which is called a negative mask.
Oh, I understand.
This is called a positive mask, because
yeah,
what's kept behind it is what colour you want to
yeah,
keep, basically. So when we put that on, we'll paint your grey over the top, we'll mask your grey off, then we'll paint your black. Wow. Then at the end you take it all off, and you're hopefully left with a nice looking paint job.
Crazy.
Hopefully.
Crazy. Oh, it's honestly, it's so exciting. It's weird because obviously I've kind of worked on this design like just through myself, mocking it up at home, and then I guess seeing it kind of come as a reality and working with you guys on kind of slightly changing the design, saying what's possible and stuff like that. So yeah, this is, I think it's, you know, I don't want to speak too soon, but it's better than what I was even anticipating.
Good,
so,
good.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see it actually in real, you know.
So although this smells quite a bit, this is actually dry now. So that's your silver.
Wow.
So it's really nice. It does look quite. When I say metallic, you think of sparkle, but metallic, it looks like metal.
No, it's lovely. Yeah, even watching it going on, I was like, wow, that's a really nice colour. This is a topographic map that Sam's actually kind of drawn up himself, correct?
That is correct,
yeah. Yep. But this is actually of Ditchley and Beacon, because obviously living in Brighton, this is probably the most local kind of climb, well, yeah, that's near us. So it's somewhere that is on a local loop for me that I always do. So I thought, have a little bit of home on the bike, and then obviously hopefully there'll be lots of different travels that happens on this bike. So a little bit of home that comes with me. So thought it was a nice touch. obviously you were in the oven, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What you've done here, so based off of the design, you've kind of masked off The titanium bits are staying.
That's right, yeah. So there's areas of this frame that are going to stay raw titanium, and these will stay masked up pretty much until the end. The only thing I will do is change this fine line tape. So once this has got all of the colour done, it will go into the oven and go through a stage of clear coat, which will... It's the same. It's a finishing stage, but it's also a stage where we can seal in what we've done. And it effectively presses pores. So if we were to leave this in base coat, we can't leave it too long. It's very, very delicate, so I could actually quite easily damage that just by touching it, getting fingerprints on it. So we like to get stuff as far forward as we can and then get some clear coat on it. Seals it all in, keeps it all nice. Because you're having a mixture of matte and gloss on yours, this will need 2 stages of gloss to give us a really nice deep shine, enough on there that we can cut back, polish it back up, and then the rest of it will get masked off and matted very much at the end. But you won't get to see that. That's going to get done just before it's finished.
I find, I said to you earlier, you know, I find it fascinating, the whole process, but there are so many different parts of it, isn't there? There's like, it's not just like, oh, you know, send your bike in, we're going to paint it and see you later kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You know, what you guys do, it's like, it's very comprehensive in terms of the process that you go through from taking a bike in to kind of supplying it back to a customer. Yeah,
definitely, absolutely. This was a brand new frame, so it removes just 2 stages. So where if a second-hand frame turns up, obviously it's going to go through quite a lot of cleaning. Bicycles are notoriously used, which is great. They come in with a lot of dirt, get caught in these holes, you have to clean the
probably like my other bike.
It just adds another stage. But we like to start with a completely blank canvas. We take everything back as far as we can. This one was great because it was a brand new frame, so it comes in, gets masked off, and then we prep it. So what we do, if you can see that little China graph mark there, so on the end of my E, it's just butt up to that, so we know it's exactly 90mm. So catching it in the light, make sure it's nice and in the middle. That's it.
Again, made that look easy, but I'm sure that's not easy.
Well, so I've done quite a few of these curves, so now we know the middle of that E there is just catching the light on the middle of that tube.
Very nice.
There we go. We're matching a grey colour that's on the design to your headset and your hubs.
Exactly,
So that's already been done. I've already knocked that colour up, so I'm going to go and paint it now. And then we'll bring these out, and we'll have to pick all of these off with a scalpel, which should be quite fun. I'll go and get this done.
This is so, honestly mate, this is so exciting.
Oh good,
this is so exciting.
Because it just looks so wrong if it's not straight.
Okay, so we have done the silver for the topographic, we've overlaid the topographic, we have painted the inside the grey colour, which I'll explain to you what that's matching. You'll find out when the bike's fully built. Now we have the final colour that's going on the fork, which is like a metallic, bluey black kind of colour, which you'll see, but yeah, it's all coming together. So I'm going to have a go at doing the logos. So you want me to actually paint it? I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
60% of how it's actually going to look. So
really?
Once we get the lacquer on there, it really pulls everything to the surface.
This colour is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's very, very blue. When we put lacquer on, it will. It
goes darker.
It will go darker, but it draws all the metallic out.
Right.
It's really strange, like I say. I don't like to send people photos of stuff halfway through, but you can imagine if I sent you that, you'd be a little bit like, oh yeah, it's really nice. It's not as bright as I remember, but as soon as you've got clear coat on it will totally change. This paint covers really, really quickly, so you don't have to worry too much about it not being covered. What we are worried about is putting too much of it on. So quickly show you with the airbrush.
Appreciate that.
The idea of that is it's just going to stop any overspray.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That's good. That's good. All right, so Sam has masked this up for me nicely. Would you normally do it this mask if you were doing it?
Not quite so much.
So
it's a very small logo.
So hopefully I don't get it anywhere else. Hopefully I get it in the right place. I've never used an airbrush before in my life, but it's cool that I'm gonna be able to do a little bit of the bike myself, and that's nice. Hopefully though, I don't mess it up.
Can you see your individual letters?
Yeah.
So very, very gently introduce the paint. If you introduce it to this bit of masking tape just here, that's right. So that amount of paint, and just start. Imagine you've got an aerosol can and you just sort of lightly aerosol in a wood sable. That's it, spot on.
Shall I carry on?
Yeah. Lovely job. That's it. So if you just slow your hand down a little bit.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited.
No, you're doing really well. Should we see how it's looking?
Yeah.
Mate, that is spot on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you being serious? Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it? Hey, come
good.
on! I swear to you, I'm sweating. Like, that's nerve-wracking. And it's the smallest logo. I can't imagine what you go through. Too fast, too slow?
No, perfect. One sort of motion like that. That's fine, we'll pick that off after. Hey. I think I better watch out.
Mate, did I do that?
Yeah. You watch me get it wrong the last bit.
Oi!
There you go, look.
Oi! That looks alright! That looks alright!
Spot on. It's really good. You should be chuffed for that.
Also, it looks, it's all just brought it together.
Yeah. I was quite keen to have that.
That's wicked.
There you go.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
So that's
in
your
the
fork.
bin?
Yeah, just love it in the bin. That's your fork done, mate.
Crazy.
It looks really, really good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'm happy with it. You should be very happy with it. Your design, your logo.
Yeah, crazy. Today is the day that we are going to see the full bike painted.
Oh, the lights are off. The lights are off now.
Oh my god.